it's set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A quick throw complete to Chark. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Offense tried to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it's good coverage defensively. They were able to break it up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he gets it down to the 32.
Complete to Derek.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 28. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
53, Mike. Rip right. 36.
Bridgewater now. This is White on the screen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
James White.
He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Going deep here for Stills. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Kenny Stills, 85 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Come on.
Play fake. Bridgewater. And a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Complete to James.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. Breaks the tackle. He's getting it. Oh, his first carry. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Show it up.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Quarter with the score, Ravens 7, Texans nothing.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the Ravens 16-yard line.
Bridgewater to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
65. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that'll set him back 5. He'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Texans nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback, no return for Ayuk.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
The 24-yard line.
Throwing is Bridgewater. This is the tight end, Njoku. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
That's a gain of 4.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
59 mark, check, 59. Silver. Mike's 59.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is White. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Bridgewater gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd down at 4.
53 is the mark. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Bridgewater. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming. Check 31.
2 minutes to play.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. 1st down, here's White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check 59. You ain't going nowhere.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Jones pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Ball carrier.
Tackle made by Adrian Phillips.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
DJ Chark, 79 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against.
Williams loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. T.J. Logan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
For David Njoku.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Too little, Captain. Check 59.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". You must be getting back to me.
Bridgewater. eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 1st down, White, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2nd and 2.
On the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
It's now 3rd down.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll try and throw for it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Baltimore.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. That one complete. He finds Shark. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he finds Stills, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Daniel Jones keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Ravens add on.
The kick is
And he'll
good.
bang that one through.
Makes the score Ravens 35, Texans nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything. Now White lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. So they start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. There are 2